slowly breathe. I'm not gonna, bother you for too long. And as soon as we are over, you'll be able to fall asleep. Okay? And just relax. And have the sweetest dreams ever. I hope so. Alright, are you ready? Let's start with taking your vitals, okay? So I guess that will be the best thing to do first. If you don't mind, of course, could you please pull up your shirt a tiny little bit? Good. Thank you. Are you ready? So, could you please breathe in and breathe out? Now, once again, the same thing. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, great. Now, once again, the same thing. Hold there for a moment and breathe out. And now the same thing. Hold there and breathe out. Okay, great. You're doing good. I don't hear any troubles either with your respiration, with your lungs, or with your heart. Please let me take your pulse for a moment. Okay, good. It's totally fine. Well, nice. So since now we've measured your pulse, we've taken your pulse and some other stuff, I guess that we could proceed with your reflexes, okay? Well, could you please straighten your arms? Okay, I'll just have a look at your wrists for a moment. Yep, that's right. Now your knees. You can stay in bed. Just bend them the way exactly, and put one knee over the other one, please. Good. Okay, wonderful. And now with the other one. Good. Great. Okay, now and your feet for a moment. And now the other one. Okay, great. Well, so your reflexes are working just fine. Now, since I have this percussion hammer in my hand, could you please follow it for a moment? Yeah, it's really easy to follow it, right? Because this bright hammer tip is hard not to notice. By the way, what color is it? Okay, it's red. Wonderful. You're doing great. Now keep on following it for me, please. Alright, now I'll close one of your eyes and please let me know when the hammer disappears from your vision. Good job. Alright. Okay, great. And now with the other one. Okay, amazing. Did it get a bit blurry? Okay. Are you alright now? Good. Well, while I'm doing all these kinds of tests, could you please tell me in general, how are you recovering? How do you feel? Okay. Have you had any other kinds of symptoms lately? Like, for example, tonight, have you experienced any kind of dizziness and stuff like that? Not really? Okay, wonderful. That's amazing. Okay, could you please look at the light for me? Amazing. Now, so your pupils react just fine. Now let me do this kind of test. Just look at the other one. Okay, great. Okay, wonderful. Could you please follow the light for me? Just this way. Is it getting blurry again? No, it's fine. Good. Alright. Okay, now please concentrate on my nose and tell me if the light is close to you or far from you, okay? Close or far? Good. Close or far? Wonderful. Now close or amazing. And what about this light? Can you see it? If we compare these two, can you see any difference in color or a shade or whatsoever? So this one seems to be a bit warmer. Okay, wonderful. Could you please follow this warm light for me? Okay, amazing. You're doing great. Good job. Okay, wonderful. Good. Now please concentrate on the light and tell me how many fingers I'm holding up. Good. Still 2, 3 ratio. All 5. Okay, now with the other. Good. Okay, well, wonderful. Now please concentrate on my nose and tell me when you see my fingers wiggle on either side. Good. Good job. Now tell me when they leave your vision, okay? Oh, wonderful. Good job. You're doing so good. Okay, wonderful. Great, thank you. And now let's check your balance. Could you please straighten both of your arms and reach your nose with your pointing finger? Don't forget to close your eyes. Good job. Just like that. Now with the other one, please. Okay, great. Good. You're doing good. Well, now please could you press against my hands with your hands, just like that? Wonderful. Good. Now please shrug your shoulders and don't let me put them down. Okay, good. So just try to resist my hands. And now could you please puff your cheeks? Good. Keep them that way. Now let me close them. Good. Okay, wonderful. Now could you frown, please? Okay, and now raise your eyebrows. Wonderful. Now could you smile for me? Stick out your tongue, please. Wonderful. All right, give me a moment. I'll just have a closer look. Okay, at your tongue and your throat. Okay, the uvula looks great. Everything seems to be just fine. What about your teeth, by the way? Okay, so you've seen your dentist lately. Wonderful. And now could you please, all right, I want you to move your tongue to the side. Okay, just that way. Wonderful. And now to the other one. Good job. What if I press here? Don't worry. No, it's gonna be fine. Okay, good. And now please let me have a look at your nostrils. Okay, at your nose. Could you please pull your chin up a little bit? Okay, amazing. And now could you please close one of your nostrils with your hand? Press in. Good. And now with the other one, press out. Okay, let me have a look at your ears. What if I press here symmetrically with both hands? Is it all right? Does it feel good? Okay, well, I don't see anything suspicious about them. Have you had any kind of wax buildups recently or something like that? Wonderful. Now let me have a look at your skin, if you don't mind, of course. Just a second. Okay, your skin seems to be just fine, but I guess that I'll just take this tiny sample. Okay, if you don't mind, of course. Just for further research. And now let me have a closer look. Okay, at your face. Wonderful. I can only see some dryness. But seems like nothing really catastrophic. Okay. Well, Just give me a moment. Alright, good. And now, can I have a look at your neck, your thyroid? Like, what about your glands? Have you felt anything like swollen or stuff? No. Okay, wonderful, good. Okay, and going back to your skin, have you had any rash recently or anything like that? Okay. Let me have a look at your face once again. Okay, close your eyes for a moment. Okay, could you please open your eyes for a moment and blink? Good job. Once again, blink. Okay, wonderful. So your blink reflexes and everything is just fine. Now, could you please have a look at the Snellen chart for me? And could you please tell me what letter is this? And could you please read the whole line for me? I'm sorry. Okay. And what color is it underlined with? Red. And what about this one? Looks green to you. Okay, wonderful. Now, could you please read this line to you under the red one? Okay, and let's just give it a try and read to the very, very bottom one, the very last one. Okay, don't worry, it's all right. Okay, even if you make a mistake, it's still fine. Try once again with this one. Oh, good job. Okay, now you're right. Okay, good. Yeah, now a few color blindness tests. Okay. Can you see anything here in this chart? Is there anything? So there are some circles. How many of them can you see? Well, right, you are. Okay. And in your opinion, do they look homogeneous to you? Okay. So what about this one? Can you see any kind of number, maybe a letter, maybe something else inside? What about this one? Good job. This one is relatively easier. So what colors can you see on this circle? They are like contrasting colors, right? Okay. What about this one? Now this seems to be a bit harder, but still, can you see anything inside it? And finally, the very bottom one, this. Okay. Are you sure? Good. Now, the same kind of test. Can you see anything here? Right. I'll turn it this way. It might be easier to see something. Okay. What about this one? Butterfly. Amazing. What colors can you actually see here on the background and the butterfly itself? What colors are they? And what about this one? Oh, okay. Yeah. I would agree on that one. And what about this? Right. Good job. Okay, you're doing so good. And now another kind of test, quite similar one. Okay, just a moment. Just let's do it this way. Good. So, can you see anything inside these circles? Okay. Any kinds of numbers or something like that? So here the colors are just not as bright and not as like contrasting to each other comparing to the previous one. Okay, but I still believe in you. Okay, and what about this one? And let's just do this one for today. That would be it regarding these charts. Good job. Wonderful. Okay. Right. You're doing good. Now, related to your color blindness and stuff, so you're definitely not color blind, which is cool. Now, could you please tell me what color is this light? Once again, green. Okay, great. And what about this one? It's red, definitely. Now let's check your focus for a moment, your ability to concentrate. Could you please follow the red light for me? Amazing. Wonderful. Right. Now could you please follow the green one? Just look at the green. Don't get distracted. Keep on looking at the green light. And now what color is this one? Okay, now look at the blue light. Yep. Good job. Right, wonderful. Okay, great. Wow. Now, please look at my hand. And now, how many fingers have I shown you? Yeah, right. Okay, 3 fingers. Good job. Now, could you please look right in the center? Okay. Okay, how many rings can you see? How many circles can you see? Okay, 2. And now could you please nod to me when you can see 2 of them? Right, you can say something as well. It's really up to you. Okay. Good job. Well, wonderful. Right, now your olfactory nerves and like your senses of smell and taste, okay? So could you please take a smell? What does it smell like to you? Something grassy, fresh, right you are. Good, so what exactly is it? Something like mint, lemon balm, something like that. Okay, right, yeah, that would be it. And now what about this one? Right. Okay, definitely you're right. So some kind of sweet, maybe floral smell. Okay, anything else? Something like lilac, right? Yeah, amazing. So it's quite sweet, right? It's hard to confuse it with something else. Okay, now your taste. Ooh, just a moment. Could you please stick out your tongue once again? Good. Just take your time, no hurry. And tell me, what does it taste like to you? What kind of flavor is it? Okay, it's hard to tell. Well, at least is it something closer to sweet? Maybe salty, savory, spicy, sour, bitter? It's definitely something sweet. What exactly? Could you be more specific? At least approximately what would it be like? Some like cocoa nut notes. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so whatever you say, like chocolate, cocoa, you're right. Okay, great. Now let's take one more. As I said, like I'm not gonna torture you for a while. Just okay. Stick out your tongue. Good. So, anything? Yep, you're right. So it's definitely not sweet, not really. It's quite sour. if you say lime or like lemon, you would be right. Okay, good. Well, now please let me take a closer look at your skin once again. Okay, just this way. Magnifying glass. Okay, so you said that no rash, no any kind of like okay, some symptoms related to your skin condition, so everything is just fine. Okay, that's great, that sounds good. Well, now your hearing. I have already had a look at your ears, but let's just test your hearing a little bit more. We're not gonna use tuning forks today because, like I said, it's gonna be quite a brief exam. But I will simply tell you some words and you will tell me what you heard, okay? So it's not gonna be that hard, I promise. Right. Sunflower. Good job. And now 21. Great. Flight attendant. Guitar. Okay. Great. Now volleyball. Volleyball it is. Okay, great. And now chatterbox. Chatterbox. Okay, good. Well, and now close your eyes, please, and to avoid cheating, and just are you all right? Okay, so just tell me how many times I snap. Okay, good. Great. What about now? Good job. Have you managed to count? Okay, great. Now please tell me which ear is the sound closer to, okay? Good. Good. Wonderful. What about now? The same one. And now? Good job. Okay, great. And now please just tell me when you hear the sound, change the side, okay? Okay, good. Good. Right. Well, I'm so glad that you actually managed to do everything just fine. So I'm really proud of you. And as for the night exam, that will definitely do. I suppose that tomorrow during the day, you might, like maybe somewhere in the afternoon, you might have a really like thorough, more profound exam. And it might take, twice as long comparing to this one, but at least like I don't want to like keep you up for so long, and I just want you to get some really good night's sleep, and I hope that this exam didn't make you feel too much tension and stuff, so I hope that you do feel relaxed and just nice. Okay, great. Well, so you can close your eyes. Do you think I could get you something, maybe like some tea, or I don't know, like something else? Maybe you feel hungry. It's all right if you do. Well, yeah, I suppose that the cafeteria at the clinic isn't working right now, but at least I can get you a sandwich or something, so just let me know. Okay. Well, you know where to find me, and just in case you feel you need something, or in case you feel like there's need to do some further tests and stuff, or check something, just call me, okay? Don't hesitate to do that. I'll always be somewhere around. Okay, so once again, thank you. You did a great job, and now you can just fall asleep once again. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. See you soon. Yeah. Good night. Just relax. It's fine. Relax. And yeah. Good night. No, don't hesitate to come in. Sure. I've been waiting for you, actually. You're exactly on time. Don't worry. Yeah. As always, you are one of our most punctual patients. No need to worry about anything. Please take your seat. Yeah, sure. Would you like me to get you anything? Maybe some water? Okay. Let me know whenever you need something, right? Do you feel comfortable? Are you sure? Okay, great. Well, let me confirm your data really quickly, okay? I believe that we already have everything in our system, but just in case, right? So your first name would be... Right. Thank you. Then what about your last name? Okay. Okay, now your date of birth. Once again, what year? Okay, right. Now your email address. Yeah, I would absolutely need that. At least that would be way more convenient for you to get all results in your email, right? Instead of coming just for the sake of, looking at those results and stuff. But of course, later we will also discuss them all together, so no need to worry about that. Okay. Now, would you please remind me your phone number? Okay. Good. Thank you. And then, do you remember when was your last heart checkup? The last time you saw your cardiologist? Got it. No, that's perfect. That's alright. Usually they recommend for people who are older than 20 years old. So if you don't have any complaints and any risks, like family history of heart disease and other stuff, or like diabetes or some other things like high cholesterol levels and stuff, today we'll discuss it all in more detail. So if you don't have any of those risks developing some heart disease, you're supposed to see your cardiologist at least once per, let's say, 4 to 6 years. But if there are some tendencies, if you're inclined to have some issues with that, it's better to see your doctor every year or at least every 2 years. And then, of course, in case that there is some issue that you're having and that you're treating, then of course your visits to the doctor will be even more frequent, right? Yeah, so that's totally fine. Yeah, like I said, you are one of our most punctual and most responsible patients. Yeah, so no need to worry about anything. You can trust me on that, right? And I think that we will discuss. I can see the results of different tests. So I have received them today in the morning, and all those things that we had to talk about and that we had to see, right, in order to know if you actually belong to the group of, this high risk, or if it's like always totally fine, right, and stuff. So I will tell you everything today. We'll discuss all of these results, right? But in general, I must say that for now everything seems quite good, so you don't need to worry about anything. But I just wanted to to let you know in advance, so that you would not need to guess and think about it and worry, right? So I don't want you to feel anxious about anything. Well, and now let's start with checking your blood pressure, and before that I would like to also listen to your lungs and your heart, right? Your heartbeats, if you don't mind it, of course. I hope you don't have that much of a choice actually, but still I had to say it, sorry. Alright, well, are you ready? I would ask you to pull up your shirt just a little bit. That will do. Alright, you know how it works, right? So I'll use this stethoscope in order to listen to your lungs, to your heart. Some doctors might also use it to check on your stomach and some other organs, right? Some other systems. So are you ready? Honestly, this thing is metallic. It might be quite cold, but I hope that you'll deal with it. Okay, I will also put on my gloves. Yeah, so I might remove it. I'm sorry about that. Oh gosh, I'm a bit clumsy today. Sorry about that. It's of course quite time consuming to put them on, so wow. Ooh. Finally. Well, let's have the job is done. Okay. I really struggle with it. I'm so sorry. I hope that you'll have enough time, right? So, okay, good. So we're not in a hurry, right? Okay. Well, now finally, let me listen to your heart and. So, could you please press in? Good job. And now press out. Wonderful. Once again, press in. Good job. Press out, please. Okay. Now, could you please hold your breath? Okay. I will tell you when you can breathe out. Okay. So, inhale, press in. And exhale. Okay, wonderful. Good job. And once again. Right, and now. Good. And now please hold there for a moment. Breathe out. Wonderful. Now would you please turn around? Once again, press in and hold there. Out. Okay. Now once again, press in. Okay, wonderful. Wow, everything seems to be just fine. Well, and now let's measure blood pressure, okay? So from our previous appointment, have you had any complaints? Yeah. You had any dizziness? How often does it happen to you? And when? Would it mostly happen in the morning, or in the evening, or just randomly throughout the day? Yeah, I see. Okay. And then how long can it last actually? Okay. I see. Wow. And then what about any kinds of fatigue? Have you had it lately? How often do you actually feel tired? I will take some notes, okay? So, in a second. Right. Okay, and then how much sleep have you had lately? Do you think you have enough sleep, or do you think that you could improve on that? I guess we all could, but it's just like, how would you evaluate it? How many hours of sleep do you have lately? Obviously, you could do better, I believe, right? It's not the worst kind of scenario, right? So, but still, I guess that it would be great if you got more time to sleep, right? Well, and then, so do you ever have like difficulty? Do you ever struggle with falling asleep? Why would that happen in your opinion? Like, what would be the main reason why it happens to you? Okay, I see. How it happens? Got it. Have you had any pain, any kind of ache? Maybe a burning character or some other kinds of ache in your chest, in your heart directly, somewhere around your chest. Okay. Have you had any kinds of other diseases related to other systems lately? Can be literally anything, because there are some things like some viruses, some infections, some just other kinds of diseases that could also affect your cardiovascular system. Yeah, unfortunately, so there can be some complications, Okay. Have you noticed any changes since then? Okay. Yeah. Wow. No, it's all right. It happens. No need to worry now. So, okay, good. Finally, your family history. Yeah, genetics is one of major factors, unfortunately, when it comes to that. So, it doesn't mean that you necessarily will have to have some kind of heart disease because some of your immediate or extended family, like relatives, had it. But yeah, it's just like quite likely. So, what about that then? Like heart disease in your family? And I have to. Okay, well, that's all right. Well, that will do for now. Let's measure your blood pressure and then we'll discuss some other things, right? Okay, so like I suppose that you probably know how this thing works. I will put this cuff on your arm closer to your shoulder, right? I think we're ready. Right, so please give me a hand first. Now your arm. I will just slowly put it on. Is it alright? Okay. Good. It will squeeze your arm a little bit when I start bumping it, so it's pretty normal. It can be a little bit unpleasant or uncomfortable, but nothing serious. Okay, so are you ready? Can you feel it? Yeah. Okay, so your result is pretty normal. Yeah, it's quite typical. Yeah, it's neither too high nor too low, so that's, yeah, like totally fine. I would like to just double check it. Can we do it with the other arm of yours? Thank you so much. Okay, so let's first take it off on this one. Yeah, this thing is a bit noisy. Okay, good, got it. Well, now, yeah, your other arm. Are you ready? Okay. Sorry. be 100% sure that actually this device is quite accurate, right? But I just always want to be on the safe side, especially given that we are not in a hurry. So yeah, it's always better to double check, right? Thank you so much for your patience. Wonderful. Alright, so now let's discuss some of the results of the test that I asked you to do before our consultation, right? Okay. I will just take them off. I suppose I'm not gonna need them anymore, so it would be a little bit more convenient, like comfortable for me to work without gloves. Well, it definitely took me last time to take them off then I was putting them on, so I think that we're having some kind of progress, right? Okay. So let's get started. Well, the first thing I asked you about, was your family history, and you told me about that like a little bit. So you know that like I said, based on genetic factors, you can be more likely to develop heart disease, but it's not always the case. So and like I said, it can be both immediate family or your extended family as well, right? But here I can see that like with this point, everything is all right, so don't need to worry about anything, right? Okay. So then another test that I asked you to do was cholesterol. Well, so basically we had to check 3 kinds of lipids in your blood that we were particularly interested in. So the first one is low density lipoproteins, then the second one is obviously high density lipoproteins, and the third one was the triglycerides. And so basically these low density lipoproteins, they are called like bad cholesterol. The high density are called good cholesterol, and the triglycerides are not like particularly good for you. So basically when you have the situation when you have really high amount of this bad cholesterol and a low level of good cholesterol, and then also if you have these high levels of triglycerides, basically then in this case we can say that you are at higher risk of developing heart disease. So that's what we were looking at when we did this lipid panel screening of your blood. But like good for you, you have really like good balance, like normal balance of all these kinds of lipids. Triglycerides are not too high, and all the rest, this low density and high density lipoproteins, are also in quite normal amounts, so no need to worry about that. Well, then another thing, okay, I'm just taking some notes in the process, if you don't mind, so that it would be easier for us later to send you this whole summary, this whole conclusion, right? Okay, then another thing that is particularly important is your blood pressure level, which we basically have just measured, and it was good. So I was really happy to see that it was totally fine. We will also do a few more tests, and like I'll also measure your pulse after some exercising that you'll do closer to the end of our exam. But so far so good. Yeah. So then another thing is a sugar level in your blood, and if you are actually inclined to have diabetes or not. Again, if you have genetic predisposition to that, like any family history of diabetes, or if you have some kind of like acquired diabetes due to the sugar levels in your blood. So well, basically it's scientifically it's also known as blood glucose level. Yeah, that's what we were looking at. And in general, I would say that yeah, for like the results we've got, it's also totally fine, right? So it's a pretty big factor that can lead to the like heart disease development and even stroke and some like other things related to your cardiovascular system, right? Yeah, and just one small question. When you were having this test, I hope that you did it on empty stomach, right? Okay. Yeah, it's just the accuracy can depend on that, so it's better not to eat anything at least like 8 hours prior to the test. So you can have some light dinner, right? If you have this test done in the morning, which usually happens like that. So yeah, but like 8 hours before that, it's better like not to eat anything, okay? Because of course it can influence the levels of sugar in your blood, and so then the test will just not be accurate. And then you'll have to redo it, which is not that much fun, I suppose. Okay, wonderful. I'm good that we're clear on that one. Then another thing, just a second. Another thing that we checked was the amount of C-reactive protein. Yeah, so like basically it was also the test on your blood, and these high levels of this kind of protein, like C-reactive protein, can show that can like indicate that there is some kind of inflammation, in your body. It can be some kind of inflammation or infection, which is like they both are not particularly good for your heart and for your vessels and stuff. So in this case, if it showed these high levels of C-reactive protein, then it would mean that you also are at higher risk, but fortunately, luckily for you, you are not. Okay. Then actually, if all these previous factors was like there was something concerning about them, we would also do some other kind of measurements, more related to abdominal aorta and like other stuff, but for now, like no need to do that. Also when it comes to these other things like tests, like the electrocardiogram, like echocardiogram and other things, I guess that we won't do that today, because all the previous results show that there's no need for that. But eventually, you would have to do it. I can see in your profile that give me a moment. So the last time you had this ECG, it was like a few years ago, right? So I guess that within at least like half a year, it would be great to do that again. Yeah, but for now, no need to do it. All right. Well, then I guess that when it comes to some other things, let's discuss your lifestyle a little bit, okay? So we talked about your sleep routine and other things. What about sports, and how much of movement do you have in your daily life? Because it's like extremely important for your heart and for your body in general. So what would you tell me? you know that you are supposed to have at least like let's say 150 minutes of physical activities a week, but it's like a very basic amount. Yeah, nobody says that you have to work like too hard, work out too hard in the gym or something. Yeah, so it can also be bad for your heart. But when it comes to, you know, this kind of load that the professional athletes might have, yeah, so in this case it's not about health really, but of course you're still supposed to move that body. What kind of physical activities do you usually have? So what do you think, like how many, approximately, like how much time a week do you do sports or just some other kinds of physical activities? Okay. Do you feel that you could do more? That this amount could be like... And then what do you think in general when it comes to physical activities? What kind of activities do you prefer? Okay. Well, I would say that in this case that might do, yeah. If you feel that it's kind of enough for you, then yeah, sure. You don't need to be exhausted or drained after all these things, after all these activities, so no need for that. It's not necessary at all, really. But just like the moderate amount, yeah. Sure. Okay, great. Well, then when it comes to your diet and your nutrition, how would you describe your normal diet? For example, what do you eat in a day? Yeah, you can imagine that you are a popular lifestyle blogger. So tell me, what do you eat in a day? Right. Okay. Have you ever tried to count on the calories and the amount of carbs, fats, proteins, like fiber that you get with food? Daily or weekly, maybe? Yeah, of course. Like, again, there shouldn't be any extremes. I would say that your diet sounds quite good. Yeah, you seem to be quite a sensible person, so okay, that's great. Yeah, I would rather I would exclude these kinds of like trans fats and some other things and some like junk food, of course, and all these kinds of fizzy drinks like soda, because very often they can have this high amount of sugar as well. So yeah, but other than that, yeah, like your diet sounds all right, I would say. Okay, good. Do you have any questions? Okay. No, that's fine. You can ask me anything, you know. Okay. Good. Well, now, usually when it comes to measuring your pulse, and your blood pressure after some kinds of physical activities, I guess that in this case we usually suggest that our patients can do some activity on the treadmill or on this kind of like stationary bike and stuff. You can even do simple squats or some jumping jacks and stuff like that. So let's do it. Yeah, I like your idea. Yeah, okay. So you have like up to 1 minute to yes, yeah, while you are actually doing this activity. So you have to do that in order for us to be able to track how your heart actually behaves, how it acts, and how it works after some kind of physical activities, right? Yeah, so perfect. I think that will do. Okay, now let me measure your pulse. I won't use that like device and stuff. I'll just do it by hand. Okay, just give me your hand, please. All right, so look at the time. Just relax. It's fine. Okay. Well, of course, your heart beats faster after some kind of physical activity, but yeah, your pulse is still within what is considered to be normal. So, congratulations on that too. Yeah, you did such a good job today. I think that, you just need to relax and get some good rest. Let's do a short breathing exercise with me, okay? So just let's breathe in and breathe out really slowly. Now once again, breathe in and out. Okay, wonderful. Now once again. How are you feeling? You feel good? Okay. Will you be able to get some good rest today? So don't overwork yourself. Right. Good. Well, I'm gonna see you pretty soon, right? For your other tests. And for today, I guess that would be it. So take good care of yourself. Thank you so much for your honest answers to all my questions. I'm really glad that all the tests we've taken have proven to that everything is just fine. But it's still great that you did this checkup, right? Yeah, better safe than sorry. Of course. So then I'll see you pretty soon, and really just have a good one. Yeah, of course.